Hi, everybody. Welcome to Better Lait Than Never.
Hello.
Shit.
I'm not actually inside a women's prison at the moment.
Horniest just went up to like 11.
Good afternoon.
All right, no time. No time. We're going to bring this down. We're going to bring way down. Welcome to a emergency episode of Better Late Than Never, free agency edition. Lots to talk about today. I'm going to spend the next 15 minutes or so reacting to what happened today with the Edmonton Oilers. And let me tell you something. It was a much more eventful day than I thought it was going to be. There was a lot that happened. And I want to get to it all. I want to welcome my guests.
Hello. I want to welcome. Whoops.
Hello. I want to welcome Quad.
Hello.
I want to just talk about how I'm excited that, number one, if you listen to Wednesday's podcast, I'm sorry. I was very sick. I listened back to it. Not very good. Not very good. So I'm going to try to make this 15-minute episode a little bit more fun because the news that we got today, well, there was a lot of it. And I'm going to do Jeff Jackson, you madman. Started off with some big news with the Oilers had signed Viktor Arvidsson from the Los Angeles Kings, 2 years, $4 million per. The thing with Arvidsson was, of course, he was hurt last year, and that was the knock on him. He had 15 points in 18 games with the LA Kings. Obviously, you want to see the guy get healthy, especially when you lock him into a 2-year term, but the good news is it's only a 2-year term, and this guy's got a lot of upside. The year before this past season with LA, he had 26 goals in 77 games. The year before that, he had 20 goals in 66 games. Now, the big thing is, can he stay healthy? The big thing is, can Viktor Arvidsson slot in alongside Leon Draisaitl and be effective? Because when we wrapped up the season, Chris Knobloch said something that was hilarious to me, and it was kind of like Leon had good players as his wingers, don't get me wrong. But by no means were they fantastic players. So what does Jeff Jackson do? He goes out today and he gets Viktor Arvidsson from the Los Angeles Kings. Viktor Arvidsson said that Mattias Ekholm was a big part of the reason that he was there and the big part of the reason that he settled into Edmonton. And I just loved it. Guys are flexing their relationships a little bit. And I quote, "I like to have the puck and create offense, and I think that's what the Oilers do. I like playing a 200-foot game, too, and I saw the opportunity for me to be successful. Having the opportunity to play with Draisaitl is exciting. I know some people are concerned about my health, but I'm healthy and I feel great. I'm going to play a lot of games this year." When it came to Ekholm recruiting him, Arvidsson said he probably didn't want to play against me and laughed. "We are competitors, and this is part of my game." Arvidsson on his big hits with Ekholm in the playoffs. He also talked about the recruitment. That's what I was getting at. "I'm happy to be an Oiler. They have something going on really well over there. I had a few teams interested, but I knew Eki for a long time, and he convinced me to come early." So shout out to Mattias Ekholm, big Edmonton guy. Big Edmonton guy. So there's a right winger for Leon Draisaitl. Now, we played a little bit of a wife swap with Los Angeles Kings. Our boy Warren Fogle signed with LA a 3-year, $3.5 million deal. And you go, oh, well, how does that wash out? To me, I personally think Arvidsson is the better player of the two. That's not a slight against Warren Fogle. I really liked McLovin in his time here, but after he scored 20 goals, 21 assists last season, you knew he was going to go secure the bag, and that's what he did. The Oilers weren't going to pay $3.5 for Warren Fogle. So they did $4 for Viktor Arvidsson, who, frankly, was a better player. Last year, he made $4.25. Actually took a little bit of a haircut to come to Edmonton. $250,000 haircut. Now, the grand schemes of being a professional athlete, is that the most money? No, it is not. The other top six winger, I'm going to jump forward in the day, is Jeff Skinner. The Oilers signed him on a $1 million contract after he got bought out by the Buffalo Sabres. He was making $9 schmilly and had 3 more years on that deal with Buffalo, but he got bought out. Last season in 74 games, he had 24 goals, 22 assists. Came on a show me contract here in Edmonton. And the craziest thing about him is if you look at his stats, drafted at 7th overall in 2010. So that's the Taylor Hall draft. 7th overall. He's played 1,006 NHL games. Not one of them in the playoffs. 14 seasons in the league between Carolina and Buffalo. Not one in the playoffs. You know he's going to be jacked up to go in the postseason. You know the Oilers are going to bring him there for the first time in his NHL career, and you got to imagine the guy's excited. You got to imagine he's excited, right? Of course he is. Of course he is. $3 million on a one-year deal. You love to see it. You love to see it that the Oilers are a destination of where players want to go. Long gone are the days where Eric Belanger signs for an extra year because he believes in the process. Those days are gone, friends. Gone are the days where Ben Eager and Darcy Hordichuk are our big free agent acquisitions. Right now, and again, you can move these around as you want. The Oilers have a top 6 of... I'm going to get excited now here. Just one second. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, Connor McDavid, Zach Hyman. That's just assuming those three to stay together next year. The second line now is Jeff Skinner, Leon Draisaitl, Viktor Arvidsson. Come on.
Why did you play that specific sound effect, Brad Milk? I don't really understand the music. I think I've heard that once or twice before, but I don't really know where. Personally, I think that is a tune that no one would know. Can I hear it one more time?
All of a sudden, the Oilers have one of the best top 6s in the league. That is a significant upgrade on the top 6 that the Oilers have had ever. Right? It's got to be. And then, after things are like wrapping up for the day, Daniel Nugent-Bowman from The Athletic, he talks to Jeff Jackson and he says, we'd love to have him back. We just have to find a way to do it. Who are they talking about?
Maybe they're talking about me. Maybe the Oilers want quads. Big Dave, he was an oil man and he want me back.
Of course, they're talking about Adam Henrique. I didn't even get to the fact that the Oilers started the day by signing Connor Brown. 1 year, $1 million. Brown back. They signed the janitor, Mattias Janmark. 3 years, $1.45 million. If they could get back that third line from the Stanley Cup final, I would shit a brick. If they can find a way to clear the cap space needed to bring back Adam Henrique, oh my Lord. Given what they've done, if you can bring Adam Henrique back and he's your third line center, you can leave Nuge on the wing. Come on. Just give it to me. And the line combos I ran through before doesn't even touch Holloway. Holloway's going to be in the top 6 next year. You've got so many options now with the Oilers up front. Probably are playing Nuge at 3C if you can't get Henrique done. That doesn't even mention Evander Kane, who, is he going to be here or is he going to not? I can't wait to see what's going to happen with that situation. According to Elliot Friedman and Nick Kiprios, I'm paraphrasing, the situation has not gotten prettier when it comes to Evander Kane and the Oilers. I don't know what that means. They ask him to sign his no trade clause. What do you call that? Yeah, no move clause. No trade clause. They ask him to waive. According to Ryan Rashog from TSN, they have not asked him to waive, but I wouldn't expect the Oilers to be all that truthful with the media necessarily. Is that right? Mm-hmm. Looking at what else they got done. The Oilers also signed Colin Delia to be their third string goaltender. He'll probably play down in Bakersfield with Olivier Rodrigue, provided that nothing happens, of course. The Oilers also signed Colin Delia to be their third string goaltender just to provide a little bit of insurance. If you remember, I'm pretty sure he shut the Oilers out or shut them down at one point. It was one of those games where the third string goalie made them look like an asshole. I'm pretty sure that was him. They also signed Josh Brown, defenseman, to a 3-year, $1 million per contract. I don't really understand that one. That is one of the ones I don't really get. I assume he is like a 7th, 8th, 9th defender. Probably needs somebody in the AHL because later in the day they signed Troy Stecher to a 2-year contract at just over league min. Troy Stecher, they traded, what was it, like a 4th round pick or something to get him at the deadline. Didn't play, obviously, down the stretch. Only got into a handful of games. Had to get surgery to remove a cyst or something on his ankle. Good news, he's back. Depth all of a sudden on D a little bit. They also signed Connor Carrick. Well, I was excited because I thought, with Sam Carrick going to the New York Rangers, I thought Connor Carrick was his brother. Oilers Nation can maintain our Carrick Bros syrup allegiance. And then I find out they're not related at all. I'm so excited. I'm out of breath. Fuck. In bad news, though, saying goodbye to another friend, Vincent Desharnais. We knew he was going to get a little bit of money in free agency here, and we knew he was going to chase the little bag a little bit, but I'm sad to see that he ended up in Vancouver. If he was anywhere else other than Vancouver, Calgary, I probably could have cheered for Vinny if he was anywhere else, but I can't cheer for him in Vancouver. I hope that you have a successful season, except when you play the Oilers, and I hope you get turnstiled by Connor when the matchups favor us. Thank you. Vinny, you were a great story. 7th round pick, fought your way into the NHL, earned a spot, grabbed by the horns, did not give it back. But now you're with the enemy. Now you're with the Vancouver Canucks, and I don't get it. In other downside news, former Blackhawks GM Stan Bowman has been reinstated by the NHL. Of course, you'll remember he's the one that did absolutely nothing about the Kyle Beach situation. Might have even written a letter of recommendation. I don't know if that was him. I don't want to get my facts wrong. Allegedly, in my opinion, he's not a good dude. Well, he's been reinstated by the NHL, and according to Frank Saravalli, he could be a front runner for the Oilers GM position. So, please, why invite this noise into our house? Why? We got such good vibes going on right now. Why do this to me? Why do this to anybody? Even just the thought of it when it showed up on Twitter today, x.com, whatever you want to call it, people were mad. Big mad. Big mad. I just inhaled a piece of a paper straw. I've got a Slurpee right now. It's hot as balls in my house. I got a Slurpee right now, so I was excited to go to the store and get one on my way home from work. Fucking paper straws, man. I just inhaled something into the back of it. Meanwhile, you see people gallivanting all over the world on private jets. I'm fucking struggling with a paper straw. I just need to go on Amazon and order a pack of 9,000 plastic straws, I think. I have yet to kill one turtle, I promise you. I promise you. Talked about Connor Carrick. He's in a 1-year deal, adding a little bit more depth. The Oilers brought in 3 right-handed defensemen today. So there was Josh Brown. Again, I don't really get that one. By all accounts, not that great of a defender. He actually got passed on the Coyotes depth chart by Michael Kesselring last year after the trade, and that's probably not a great spot to be in, but, I digress. Connor Carrick, right-handed defenseman. Troy Stetcher, right-handed defenseman. What does that tell me? Cody Ceci gone. Hasn't happened yet. If there is a trade, though, I probably will hop on with another emergency episode, but for the time being, they have too many men on the right side D. Also wonder what's going to happen with Evander Kane. I was trying to get to it, but I'm struggling here. I got a little tickle in my throat. I'm all excited. I'm all fired up. I'm all amped. What happens with Kane? Is he going to be around? Is he going to be gone? He's got a no trade clause. Shout out to Ken Holland. Kane would free up $5.1 million. Either way, Oilers need the space. Currently, they have just under $600,000 in available cap space. They've got to sign Dylan Holloway. They got to sign Philip Broberg. So obviously, the math, no math. How are they going to do it? It's going to happen somehow. Somebody's got to go. CC, probably gone. Nothing happened as of yet. 7 o'clock, 7:15 on Monday, Canada Day. Happy Canada Day, by the way. Nothing going on with Evander Kane yet. As of 7:15. Happy Canada Day, Monday. We'll see. But all I know for sure is that I'm looking at what the Oilers did today, and I'm pretty excited about it. Noel Hoffenmeyer was another guy that they got signed, another depth player. Phil Kemp got signed. Calvin Pickard signed. Corey Perry, $1.4 million. It's 1.15 plus a $250K bonus. I haven't seen the bonus structure yet. To me, that seems like a lot for a guy who's made $100 million and didn't play every game, but obviously they value the intangibles. Intangibles. Either way, I give the Oilers a B+ on their day because they can always be better, but damn it, I'm impressed. When I wrote the live blog to go up first thing this morning, I thought maybe some nipping around the edges, just kind of like, finding some bit pieces that can kind of come in and add. That is not what they did. They got 2 top 6 wingers in Arvidsson and Skinner. They got 3 right-handed defensemen. Now, admittedly, they're depth D-men, generally speaking. And they've also done it without a whole lot going on in terms of cap space. Jack Campbell signed in Detroit, 1-year league min. Probably going to be the third stringer down in Bakersfield, or not Bakersfield, but whoever their farm team is. Former friends going all over the place. I thought the Oilers had a great day. And for me, I didn't expect them to have a great day. They didn't have enough room to be a great day. At least that's what I thought. And then Jeff Jackson goes out, big dick swing, and slaps it on the table. Like that. That was it.
You're disgusting. I don't want to hear any of that. Satan doesn't like to think about that big meaty hammer hitting the table with all these deals. Maybe I do. Maybe I do.
What are you guys talking about? You just being so silly, Satan.
Get out of here, Quads. Satan's having a little bit of Satan time. Jeff Jackson, you're a bad man. Tasty.
Anyway, there is a very disjointed emergency podcast. Well, I'm trying not to cough because I got something in my throat. Fucking paper straw. I hate paper straws. Anyway, usual episode of Better Late Than Never is going to come up on Wednesday. I'm very excited. Oilers get a B+. Lots going on. This is only the first day of free agency. Who knows what else is coming? Have a great rest of your Canada Day.